second shot here at 1.
This has got to go.
John, what is she looking at with this bunker shot?
I'm not seeing a whole lot of ball in the sand here, guys. Let's see how they deal with this one.
How about 18 feet to the hole?
A really good look at birdie.
Okay, John, what do you see with this putt?
Doesn't look like an easy putt. It's heading down the hill. It should move to the left.
That looked good for a while. 7 feet remains. So close to a par. Opening hole bogey. That's something I'm used to.
Well, it's because you're really bad.
I know. Let's see what happens here on the second hole. This one appears to be fairway bound.
This one may not get there.
That one will not settle on the green.
John, what's going on out there?
Hey guys, we are checking in with Tiger Woods as he gets set for his next shot here on the 7th.
Well, that came out nicely from the bunker. That should settle inside the range.
The beach is not where you want to be right now. That is a wonderful shot. Count it. It's good.
Oh, nothing matters now. That's a chip in for par.
Now to the tee of the par 4 third hole. This is looking really nice off the tee. Time now for an on-course update. Here's John.
Hello up there. We are checking in down here with Lydia Ko as she gets set for her next shot here on the second.
Ooh, that almost went down.
Rich, you look at Lydia Ko. If she's not a star already, she will be one day.
Well, she came on to the scene just in such a massive, dynamic way. Had a little low time in her career, but right now, back in the swing of things and looking sharp as ever.
Okay, that's going to play. This putt is from 16 feet away. Henny, what kind of putt will she face here?
A tricky little slider here, downhill, moving to the left.
Man, that was close. Let's see if the player can manage a par. That one comes up short. That one drops. Disappointing for her there as she falls to 2 over.
Not much happening. Moving down the leaderboard, never a good sign.
So many wonderful holes at the George Thomas designed Riviera Country Club. This par 3 fourth has to be one of them.
This is a spectacular par 3. Ideally, players want to hit a tee shot that moves significantly from right to left and moving with the contour of the green. If they can do that, then they've got an opportunity to hit it really close. If they challenge the pin off the tee shot, well, it could come up short in that bunker, and that is a massive no-no.
Put a little buttercut fade on that one. Going with the 5-wood. Sitting at 2 over par. Trying to break into the top 20. Setting up for her third shot. Only a few shots off the pace. This one just outside 7 feet to the hole. And that's a couple of bogeys on the bounce, I'm afraid.
2 bogeys in a row, never a good sign. Now playing a little defensively.
Now 4 back after that hole. Rich, the PGA Tour is basically a power game these days, although the 5th here at Riviera forces players just to hold off the tee.
The fairway does run out about 310 yards off the tee, and players not necessarily going to hit driver here. They have to be mindful that the fairway pitches significantly from right to left on their tee shot. From there, they're hitting their second shots downhill again to a green that chases away from them front to back. Again, a simple looking second shot, but a difficult one to get close. No harm, no foul there with that shot.
Second shot here on the 5th. Yeah, good swing. This one's heading up onto the green for sure. Yeah, that looked pretty good the whole way. Always love these opportunities, especially when it's for birdie. And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole. Well, it was a wonderful approach shot, wasn't it? But unfortunately having to settle for par. Some lovely momentum for this player, moving up the leaderboard.
Now over to the tee of the par 3 6th hole.
There's some excitement going on elsewhere.
Let's check in on Tiger Woods from earlier in his round.
This is a second.
Okay, here we are again, back live. 10 feet to the cup. No birdies on the scorecard today. Here's an opportunity to get one. John, give us a read on this putt.
Well, this putt starts straight enough, but then I'm pretty sure it moves to the right towards the end.
Not enough pace on that one. Here's a par putt. Wow, you hit an approach shot like that and still come away with a par. That is a bummer. Here's a look at the leaderboard at the end of round 1, and she finds herself at the top.
Right where she expects herself to be all the way through. It was a good round, but just a slim lead.
Well, that'll do it for today. For all of us here at 2K Sports, I'm Andrew Catalon. Have a great night. .2K Sports and the PGA Tour are thrilled to bring you the dramatic season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Who will stick around for the weekend? Our coverage of the Genesis Invitational continues as we get into our second round coverage. Hi everyone, I'm Andrew Catalon. Welcome back. Our featured player is at even par as we begin today's coverage. Time to catch up with the play on the 10th. Let's see how aggressive it becomes out of the sand. Two under for the event. Okay, now looking at this putt to save par. Wow. Just a little work to do for bogey. While we have a moment, we take a look at the leaderboard. She is in front, but Tommy Fleetwood in second. Time for a par 5 as we've hit the 11th hole.
It's just a long straightaway par 5, almost a runway, if you like. Both sides of this fairway flanked by huge eucalyptus trees, which frames this tee shot brilliantly. You find the fairway, second shot, once again, straightforward. You must avoid that bunker front right at all costs. That is deep and nasty. You're not going to enjoy being in there.
That will definitely work. Let's check in with John. He's got more.
Hey guys, we are checking in with Lydia Ko as she gets set for her next shot here on the 13th.
Oh, this one's right down the pipe.
Yikes!
What a shot that was. Right at it.
Time to get back to live play. On the green in 2. How about that?
Absolutely love watching a player be bold and be rewarded for it.
Come on. 3 feet remain.
She's got a great look at birdie here.
There's a birdie, and that's just what the doctor ordered after bogey on the previous hole. And with that, she moves to 2 under par for the championship.
Now on the tee after a birdie, fired up and ready for more.
This is where the golf course gets extremely difficult, Luke. This tee shot moves from left to right, but massive overhanging eucalyptus trees down the right-hand side prevent you from hitting a high draw over them. Once you're in the fairway, though, your second shot is to a green that's really not as big as it should be for such a long hole. And there's a famous tree just short and left of this green, Bogey's tree. Not because of the score, because Humphrey Bogart used to sit there and just watch everybody butcher this hole.
Well, Rich, when she exploded onto the scene as a precocious young teenager, winning early, dominating the women's game, New Zealand had a bright young star in Lydia Ko, and it's only continued to shine right throughout her career. She's a lot to marvel at, isn't she?
She is, and it never ceases to amaze me, Luke, how players at such a young age have so much success and then they taper off a little bit. Not fall away, but they taper off, and the game doesn't quite go the way it's always gone their entire life. They struggle. But then when they do come back, it's like they're even better than what they were before. And I think that's what you see in Lydia. You know, she came out and a wunderkind, was winning everything at a young age, amateur, then professional. And
yeah, she exploded on the scene.
She exploded, and then there was just a little bit of a drop-off, you know, and a little bit of confidence got shaken, which, like, how did that happen? She's the most confident person out there. She's beating everybody. And then all of a sudden she fails and, you know, kind of changes things up a little bit, you know, knocks the dirt off and gets right back on that horse and starts winning again. I'm always fascinated by that, because when you lose your confidence as a golfer, it's so hard to get it back, because sometimes what happened to you is the death of you. You're just like, I can't shake, you know, whatever got into my brain or into my swing. I can't quite shake that, and I can't forget about it. And she's done so seamlessly. Hats off to her. I love watching her game. I love watching her play. But I'm more fascinated by the fact that she's come back stronger, I believe, than she was when she first came out.
That's a tough one to swallow. Here's a bogey putt. Okay, moving on to the next. Getting set for the next hole, a quick look at the leaderboard, and it's a 4-shot advantage for our leader. And the second round comes to an end, and they are in first place.
It's been absolutely flawless so far. I cannot wait to see what this player produces tomorrow.
Well, that'll do it for us today. For our entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Andrew Catalan saying so long, and we'll see you next time.